Ladies and gentlemen, the term legend is thrown around in this business like there's no tomorrow, and like everybody qualifies, but it ain't true. But today, it's true for us because we have a bona fide legend, a man who has been, everything he touches is successful because you can trace it back to his immense talent. And that's what I want to get into talking about today, and I can't wait to get started. You can hear his guitar as I'm talking. Ladies and gentlemen, the great Joe Walsh is with me today. Joe, I can't believe it.
That's a Paul Shaffer theme song, I think.
Yes, it could have absolutely been
Paul.
a theme song, yeah, from our show.
How
Joe,
you doing?
You look like a movie star. I don't know. You are a man of contradictions. You're an interesting guy. You are a unique individual. Where does it... I want to find out what makes a Joe Walsh.
I don't know either.
The other song was...
Rocky Mountain Way?
Yes. Now, it came out as, also James Gang?
No, that was my second solo album.
Okay.
It was called Barnstorm. I started a band called Barnstorm.
This was the name of the band, right.
And moved to Colorado. And Bill Simzik.
Yes, this is your producer
Produced
for
the
many
James
years.
Gang.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then he got you. Isn't it true that he got you into the Eagles?
No, I got him to produce the Eagles.
Well,
they were produced by, this is before I was in the band, but they were produced by Glenn Johns. And
the great British record producer.
it just was not working. And Don and Glenn wanted to go a little more R&B. They were painting themselves in the corner with the country rock hits.
Yes.
And they wanted a rock and roll element to the Eagles.
Yeah.
And they asked me who should produce it, and I said, without a doubt, Bill Simzik.
Right.
And
he came through.
They said, will you ask him? And I called him and I said, they want you to produce them. He said, why in the world would I do that? Wow. And I said, trust me on this, Bill.
Yeah, really.
You need to produce them.
Good. Yeah. And then, but you weren't in the band yet.
No. But that theme, Bernie Ledden was the guy I replaced. And Bernie is brilliant, but he's a purist. Mm-hmm. He is bluegrass, mandolin, acoustic, sit on the porch with an acoustic type of guy.
Okay. And I guess that's where their
roots were. And he's a real purist, and he did not want to go in that direction.
Sure.
And so he said, guys, if that's what you want to do, I'm out. I don't want to do that. And by that time, we were a family. We had the same manager, Irving Azoff, and Bill Simzik was producing both of us. And I had actually opened a bunch of shows, not opened, played on shows. We had this summer where we did Elton John and Shaka Khan and the Beach Boys and me and the Eagles, all separate acts.
Wow.
And we got to know each other.
Beautiful.
So I slipped in there, and we didn't know if it would work, but we said, let's try it.
Would you say they wanted to go more R&B because they were so smart? They knew that if you want to fill big arenas and stadiums, you really got to have an edge.
They didn't have a closer, Paul.
They didn't have a closer. That's all.
That's why they got me.
Yes.
For the ninth inning.
Now here you are in the biggest band in history. I don't want to say you surpassed the Beatles, but I think in just pure sales, the Eagles, right, are
it looks that way.
Unmatchable, yes. So that was a sort of pretty major when you came into that band, and we were talking about it. You changed their whole sound for them. Mm-hmm. And you wrote. You started writing with them too, right? Now, when I noticed there are 3 names on Life in the Fast Lane, and you're one of them. Let's just take that as an example. How did that song come about writing-wise? Were there 3 of you in a room?
Well, Don and Glenn and I talked about a rocker, and we threw some stuff around, and we had a couple nibbles and stuff. But I had this lick that I played that I would warm up for a show with,
Okay.
and it's a coordination exercise between your right and left hand, and it's this.
Yes.
And I used to do that, and get
Just to warm
go
up.
faster and faster, and that because that's
Yeah.
really
So you have, I just want to point out, though, when you play that, I mean, it's rock and roll blues based, but I mean, it is perfection. The bend, just the bends are perfect, you know? Yes, it's. See, you have a classical musician's approach to practicing.
Yeah.
Start it slow. Guys don't know how to practice in a lot of cases. How do I get that down? I don't know.
I was just
Slow it
playing.
down.
I was just playing,
Yeah.
warming up for the show, and Glenn comes busting in my dressing room and says, "What the hell's that?"
I love it. Yes.
And I said, "I don't know. It's just this lick I warm up with." He said, "That's an Eagles song, dude."
He knows. He knows from where he speaks, and so
Glenn knew it. Yeah, yeah.
so you came up with the basic riff of it, the basic lick.
Yeah. I came up with the guitar work. Don Felder did some too, but Glenn produced a demo and arranged it as he did, and then we gave it to Don.
Yes.
And Don went away for a while and came back with the words,
Oh, interesting.
and
Okay.
then we cut the real track,
Yes. Great.
and that's how that.
Well,
That's how we wrote, and that's how it came out. Yeah.
we were going to do a song, and you
Rocky
said
Mountain Way.
Rocky Mountain. All right.
Yeah.
So let's hear a little. Yes. That beautiful laid back.
Go ahead, play.